Alright, so we want to go from crawl to walk to run here. So the first step, beginner, is making 1 minute videos. We went over in an earlier lesson the 4 components of 1 minute video. After you begin making those videos, the next step, kind of intermediate, is placing them in those buckets of why, how, and what. And now this is a little bit like the advanced or pro. So we call this the topic wheel. So once you have your why, how, what built out, you're making a lot of 1 minute videos. Next, you want to start assembling this topic wheel. So again, we have three layers that equate to the similar stages of why, how, and what. So in the middle is your product. Again, this is your what. And then the second layer is your how. And then the outside layer is the why, telling stories. And the way that this works is, think of this as a funnel where every product, whatever you're selling, has different entry points, different reasons people come in. So I'll give you an example and then show you an example of how this looks filled out. We've worked with a number of mattress companies who sell online mattresses, right? So that's their product, is a mattress. But there's different topics of why people buy mattresses. Some people might have back pain, some people might have insomnia, some people, they just got married, so now they need to upgrade from a twin size to a king size mattress, or their other mattress is just too old, they're moving houses. So you start by building out the different topics that center around your product. And here's an example of our friend Mark Lack. You may have seen some of his videos before. So his what is, he's selling his personal brand. He sells masterminds and courses around personal branding. So the topics that his personal brand is built around are Facebook marketing, influence generation, business and rock stars. That's a show where a TV show he's the host on, motivational speaking, social media marketing, public speaking. So these are the things that he's good at speaking about and teaching about. Those are his topics that ultimately end with people hopefully signing up for, again, his mastermind, his courses, his coaching. And then this third layer is adding other people and their stories. So rather than you just always talking about these different things yourself, it's a lot more powerful if someone else talks about it for you. So for example, let's say I'm opening up a new business and it's a burger business, right? And I put an ad out there and say Logan, it's called Logan's Burgers. And I said Logan's Burgers are the best burgers. They're better than In-N-Out. Okay, well, it doesn't have a ton of authority. It's just me vouching for myself. But if you see I have a ton of Yelp reviews, a lot of other people saying, wow, this Logan's Burgers place is really fantastic. It's amazing. We should try it. Or everyone go there. It's better than In-N-Out. That's got more authority. Then, of course, if you have someone that's an authority around that topic, like around, cooking, if you have Chef Ramsay, for example, saying, wow, Logan's Burgers is amazing. I just tasted it. Everyone has to try it. Then that's the most powerful thing. So that's what we want to do here. So you want to take your topics and then find people that align with them. And they don't necessarily have to be figureheads, right? So for example, let's just say that instead of being a motivational speaker, I'm a car mechanic. I could find other car mechanics in my town and just interview them or ask them a question, asking to tell people their story or to talk about the one thing you need to know about making an oil change or something. So maybe car mechanics, like, I don't know, changing oil, changing tires, German cars or something. So I find people that are equipped to talk about those things, and I can just interview those people. So as you're doing different events, going to conferences, they don't have to be famous people. Like, I know Mark has the opportunity where he's met and interviewed Damon John before, and he's had Tony Robbins on his Business Rockstars show, for example, right? So a lot of us don't have that luxury, and that's okay. There's still other people within our network that can talk about these different topics, right? So rather than us touting how great we are and how great our product is, we get other people to introduce the topics for us, to talk about it for us, to tell their stories. Because now we're piggybacking off of their engagement, right? It goes back to the 3 components of authority. So what you want to do is have all of this again in videos. So you map it out. You can see Mark's mapped out the videos that he's already made and how they all tie into this. So he's just interviewing a lot of these people. Some videos he still needs to make. We have metrics against them, right? If you want to get really sophisticated, you can see each video has how many views and likes it has. And then again, we just want to test with $1 a day. So we talk about this in our amplification course. But yeah, each of these stories, some of them might win, some might not. Collect the stories, put $1 a day against them for 7 days or a few dollars a day, leading into the topics, and try and sequence from A to B to C. Right? So again, I do Facebook ads, so I might have one topic's maybe targeting, one's how to make good 1-minute videos, one's how to set up your campaigns properly, And I might interview people that are really good at making one-minute videos or are really good at targeting, like my friend David Carroll, or who really know how to set up campaigns, like my friend Sam Collier, and they can talk about it. And then I sequence anyone that watches those videos. I go a little bit more in depth. Again, this is the how layer, right? Talking about the topics, educating. Then that ends up to pushing them to my why. So it's a similar approach to the why, how, and what, but it's a little bit more sophisticated, and really it's more about inception, right? The dream inside the dream. So an added layer, right? We're interviewing other people using their authority and their stories to sell for us instead of us talking about ourselves. So that's the topic wheel, and the first step is just mapping it out. So you guys should take this time to begin mapping out your topic wheel, right? Start with your product, fill out a few topics that surround it, and then think of just 1 to 3 people around each of those topics who you can either interview or just ask for a 1-minute video from, introducing those topics, and then sequence them together using the video retargeting methods we've talked about.